We're going live, and we are live. Hello, the KingCast is on the air, and Manos is already here. Hello, Manos, the KingCast is on the air. Were you playing Fallout 76 like I was? And if you were, did you enjoy it? That's what we're going to talk about again tonight. We got only 2 hours, and that 2 hours flew by.
Manos needs coffee. It's early there.
And you were playing Fallout tonight.
I am. I was like, hold on, let me see.
You were playing Fallout Shelter tonight.
I was playing Fallout with you guys, sort of. I'm learning.
Yay.
I'm learning.
Yay.
Can I just say something, though?
You can.
Because, you know, I edited my comments yesterday.
Sort of.
Kind of.
Kind of, sort of.
I never can fully edit. I always get it out at the end, just a snippet. But seriously, hey, Vault Girl. Oh, you haven't slept yet, Manos. I'm sorry. Is it like 4 in the morning there or something? It's crazy. I know it's a bad time change. We rolled into Georgia Thursday morning at 4 a.m. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, we just got back last night.
2:33 a.m. Oh, yay. Okay. So anyway, we all know, everybody watching knows, I am not a gamer.
Hey, everyone.
Right? Everybody knows that. But I obviously have seen what Bethesda has released time and time and time again because of KFM over here. So I'm seeing it all. And, you know, if you comprehend the English language, then you know they never said what day the beta would be, how many days it would be. It was very vague. What you perceive that to be is your own perception. That's not their fault that I'm editing again. It almost came out of my mouth.
Hey, Jack.
That you made a perception that was incorrect.
They got their feelings hurt.
Snowflakes.
But we're not going to talk about that tonight. We're just going to talk about the beta. We may even talk about Red Dead Redemption a little bit, but this is a Bethesda channel, so we're going to talk about that more. So, Vault Girl's name is Blue because she's a moderator. She's got the power.
She's got the power to kick ya. So behave.
So y'all behave. But we do have a special guest with us on the air. And
I'm so excited.
I am very excited. He is a YouTuber that deals with Fallout. I'm going to let him introduce himself, and then I'll talk a little bit about him as well. But would you just introduce yourself, please, sir? And then I'll talk a little bit about you.
Of course. My name on the internet is Gepwin. You can find me as Gepwin everywhere. It's my name on YouTube and Twitter, Twitch, wherever I happen to be at the time. And I've just started doing more Fallout content. I've done YouTube for a number of years, but I've been obsessed with Fallout for ages and ages and ages. And with 76 coming out soon, I decided to just start doing a lot more full-time Fallout stuff. And I also co-host a science fiction podcast with one of my friends called Watchers of Tomorrow, where we deal with science fiction things. So I just like to critique sci-fi things, and Fallout's one of my favorite games for years and years and years.
Ripple's going to love that.
That is neat. First of all, can y'all hear him good enough? I want to know that before we go on.
I was editing with snowflakes, too. Y'all should have seen what was in my head first.
Okay, good. They can hear you. By the way, give your channel name again, because I want everyone to go check out his channel.
Yeah, you can find it at Gepwin, Gepwin. It's just a made-up name, so it's harder to remember, but yeah.
Very good. And you've been doing some like Fallout 4 survival stuff lately?
Yeah, currently on like episode 54 of that, I think. Yeah.
Very good. Mano says if he talks a little slower, you would sound like Morgan Freeman. That's a compliment. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, I get so many random people interpreting my voice as things. I think I just have a voice that everyone finds someone they know in, because I had several people tell me they remind me of just some random person they went to high school with.
You have a very good voice. That's what it is.
Okay, so wait, it's Jen what?
No, it's not gin.
Oh, that's the problem.
You wouldn't,
migraine meds.
You wouldn't listen.
No, I was listening, but migraine meds.
It's GEP.
There was a GE.
GEP.
Then what? Then what?
Well, I'm not.
You don't remember.
I'm not a good speller. GEPIN.
No.
GEPWIN.
WIN. I missed the W. There it is. I've already got it subscribed and marked and bailed on mine, so I don't have to worry
I've got it subscribed now.
There you go.
That easy, people.
Well, we want to thank you so much for being a guest on the KingCast with us and talking Fallout and Fallout 76 with us today. So,
of course, your stuff has been so good. I just found your scary places, and I'm just such a history buff. It was such a fun watch through. I binged like 5 of them the first day I found your channel. So.
Well, thank you so much. That has been a joy doing those. I have had a blast doing those.
Mr. Blitz, no, it's going to be Fallout 76. Excuse Elvis. He wanted to be part of the KingCast too, apparently.
I'm excited to play Red Dead, though. I want to play it. I want to play it and see what it's all about.
I guess it's installing. It's not downloading.
But Fallout and the Elder Scrolls will always be my favorites. I'm a Bethesda guy through and through, all the way. I want to know who played the beta tonight. Did you play the beta tonight?
I didn't get a chance to because I'm on PlayStation.
Oh.
So I still have to wait another couple days.
You're still waiting. I know, but it's coming. What is it? Is it Monday or Tuesday? When
I believe it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes. It does hit on my 2 busiest days of the week, but I'm sure I can find some way to work around that.
Yes, Vault Girl, that would be great. If you could put a link to his channel, that would be wonderful. I'm sure he would appreciate that as well.
Oh yes, thank you. That would be great.
That would be wonderful. Please, if you have any questions for me or our guest, you just let them fly. If you have any questions about Fallout 76, if you have any questions about Fallout in general, just let them fly. We want to talk about the beta. We want to talk about Fallout. We want to talk bad about Miss Queen. If y'all have any questions about...
I am sweating, just so you guys know.
Why?
Oh, my gosh. I think my thyroid's messed up again.
Oh.
I didn't get to play the beta, but I have been obsessively watching Let's Plays, so I think I know a little bit. So hopefully I can add to the discussion there.
I do want to tell just a little bit, no spoilers, but I tell you just a little bit of what I did tonight. I had my first PvP going on tonight.
He did. Yeah, it was so cool.
The first time we played, I didn't have any PvP problems, but tonight we actually had a guy that was giving problems, but Bethesda has really done good with the bounty system and the murder system and all that, because if somebody wants to cause problems, they've got the right systems in place to really rein it in.
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
That I was like, where is this person coming from?
Well, it was somebody that was causing problems, but they instantly became a murderer, and they showed up on the map, and they got a bounty, and the systems that Bethesda put in place have really, really worked. So I think somebody else said they got their first PvP tonight. So I think people are starting to try the system right now.
It's you guys, it looks really amazing. It really does. Even I would play it, except there's no channel for me. No channel. Look. Okay. I'm getting signals from him, and I'm going to exit, be back.
The dog needs tending to, huh?
So you actually got killed, got murdered in your game?
No, I didn't. One of the guys that I was playing with did. I was playing in a squad of 4 tonight, and one of them got snuck up on and killed. And so the guy turned into a murderer, and he showed up red on the map. But that let all of us other 3 find this other guy and collect the bounty. So everything that Bethesda put in place really worked.
I was a little worried if people could just like follow you around and kind of, even if they didn't want to kill you, just kind of follow you around and continuously shoot you in a very, very annoying way that might ruin your ability to finish quests and things.
Right. I haven't tried the blocking mechanism. They put in place, there's a way to block players. There's a way that you can actually block them where they can't even see you. There's all kinds of little ways that they put in the game to get those, pesky people out of the way. So hopefully we won't have to use those things very often. But yeah, there's one of the guys I was playing with tonight. It was awesome. Thank you for letting me team up with y'all. I was about to tell about some of our adventures. I think the most fun I had was when we were actually climbing up the mountain to go to the big ski lodge up there, and we were going straight up the side of the cliff, and one of the guys found a death claw, and I mean we're only like level 6.
See, that's not the thing I found most humorous of the night.
Well, we died a couple of times, but
running around in your skibbies.
Oh yeah, the one guy that was running around
on the game. Hey, Chaldean, I tried to get you to tell me how to say it correctly where I could hear it, so you're going to have to do that. I know it was you. I knew it was you.
Mano says, what was your first wow moment?
It was hilarious.
After exiting the vault. Yes, because everybody has to have a wow moment in Fallout. When you first get out of the vault and you just go, wow. I'm telling you, with this game, no matter how much you watch on Let's Plays, it just doesn't do it justice until you're playing it. And I don't want to spoil it for y'all. And I don't think talking about it can spoil it, because it looks so much better than Fallout 4. You can see so much further than Fallout 4. There's just times you have to stop and look and go, wow, that's pretty. I think those were my first wow moment, was when I could just see so much further. And I just had to stop on the side of a hill and just look and go, wow. And it was shortly out of the vault as I was going down the first mountain.
I bet you don't get Wolfman to stop on the side of a hill.
And it's so colorful. It's this game is so much more colorful than, Fallout 4 was so much more colorful than 3 in New Vegas. And now this one is so much more colorful than Fallout 4. So they really keep kind of adding to.
That is so cool. Vault Girl's daughter found the church she was baptized in the actual game.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I keep forgetting.
You guys, we've got it installing on the computer, but now putting it on Xbox took us 24 hours for it to download.
Celebrity said, hey, King, I missed you in the game. I joined your server. I fast traveled to the airport but couldn't find you. But on a good note, I needed to be at the airport, and it saved me walking all the way there. I'm sorry you missed me.
He was around somewhere.
I was around, yes.
Crunching.
Yep. I'm sorry.
He wasn't crouching. Crunching. Oh, my goodness. Crouching.
Yep. And by the way, I'll say it again. I've said this many times. After the launch comes out, I'm going to set a schedule, because I will be on PC some and on Xbox some, and that way. And I really want to get to play with all of you guys that want to play with me, because I had a blast playing with some of the guys tonight. Even though I was the first one to die, I got so excited. I saw this tower and I ran up it and ran right through a tripwire.
He did. It was kind of funny. They were like, yeah. King.
Yeah.
Then they said something I won't say, and I laughed out loud.
But I wasn't crouching around like I normally do. He
wasn't crouching around. That's why he got blown up by grenades.
I normally go around crouching and everything.
It was pretty funny.
Yep.
Traps are going to be very annoying in multiplayer.
And there are a lot of them in this game. A lot. And I've already noticed there are a lot of enemies in this game as well. The first time I played the beta, I played halfway through solo, and you can play this game solo. So all the people that said, you know, that there were anti-multiplayer. You can play this game solo. The only thing is there are just more enemies and it's a little bit harder to play.
Stony, I'm sorry.
Oh, Stony tried to invite me too.
It wouldn't let invite any of the friends.
Oh no. The game was a lot more rocky tonight. I had major frame rate issues tonight where the other night I didn't. It knocked me out twice where the other night it didn't. It actually froze up on me a couple of times tonight. So the game was having troubles tonight where it wasn't the other night. It actually was.
Jenstedt says, what do you think of all the negativity? Do you think it will bring the game down? I hope not. I don't think it's going to. If you let the negativity stop you from playing the game, then you still need to figure out how to become your own person in life and try things for yourself instead of, you're a follower if you do that, not a leader. So be a leader, not a follower.
I also think we should all remember back to when Fallout 4 was being announced and how much negativity there was about that.
Oh my word!
Just
yes.
the dialogue system, the adding of the new voice of like the main protagonist voice actor. Like there was just as much kind of negativity around Fallout 4, and that turned out to be a great game. And what you like in games is completely personal. So you could like, so some people who really, really love, I think Fallout 4 is my favorite game on a personal level. And, you know, I know people love New Vegas and Fallout 3 more on a personal level. They all turned out to be pretty good games.
And I know Fallout 4 sold good, but I wonder if the negativity hurt Fallout 4.
I think it's one of their more successful sales games.
It is, absolutely. I mean, it outsold Skyrim. So
I don't think that it really hurt. And, you know, even if like Fallout 76 winds up not being as good as I think it's going to be, I'm going to be really happy that they tried something new, because from what I've seen, this is kind of a very, very unique take on a multiplayer game that I haven't really seen done very much before. And that kind of innovation always gets so much negativity. Anytime right now a game company tries to do something that hasn't been done before, it's just so much negativity, it makes you wonder why they even try. But thankfully, they keep doing it.
I'm a preacher's wife. It comes natural sometimes.
I agree with you 100%. Manos, I'm not going to say who you're talking about, but he said tired of the negativity that he clicks not interested on a certain YouTubers. And there are several YouTubers out there that are going totally negative. And I feel the same way that that they are feeding the negativity, and I don't understand that, but I don't know.
Intruder Gaming, keep your head up.
Absolutely.
Hang in there.
We're here for you too. Let's see. Arnie says, from what I've seen so far, they took Fallout 4, took the stuff that I didn't like, enhanced what I did like, and threw in multiplayer support and a bunch of other stuff as well. Yes. I still stand by my very first review that it's Fallout 4 on steroids. It is a deeper Fallout 4 experience.
Negativity does bring in the views. You know, if you watch like real life news, people enjoy negativity. Like they just do. You're right. It's sad.
You know, somebody really summed it up, and I don't even know who it was, but it was one of the last comments I got on my video. They said the internet, and I'm not going to say it the way they did it, but they said the internet is generally negative.
It is.
Because people can't get away with that kind of stuff in real life, so they just spew it on the internet. They get all their negative out on the internet.
When you can hide behind a screen, you can say absolutely anything without fear of ramification. And really, that's what they're doing.
Isn't that a shame? Yeah, it's true. Let's see. It's definitely my favorite multiplayer game out there right now. For me, it beats Destiny and all the other ones.
Shoot and loot with crafting to boot. That's great.
It definitely, I'm telling y'all though, it has some rough edges, and Bethesda knows that, but it's still in the beta. I hope they get it.
They will. That's why it's a beta.
I know it. I know it.
It's like when, oh my goodness, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, Honda, whoever makes the new vehicle.
Okay, Vault Girl, be careful.
They take crash dummies and they strap them in the car.
Thank you for your work.
They belt them in and they test it over and over and over and over to find out what's actually going to happen when the average person gets out there and drives that vehicle and something happens. And that's what this beta is.
Yep.
We're the crash test dummies.
Yeah, we are. I agree. Stoney, I agree. I agree what you're talking about with the YouTubers. Yep. I didn't read.
Country Roads.
I didn't read.
Manos was singing Country Roads as it was downloading.
I should have read what he said. Stoney said that they're doing it for the views and the money, in my opinion. The real YouTuber will do it for pros and cons, not just to bash a game that hasn't even come out yet. I agree.
Chaldean, yes, Karma does take her time, and she does get what she wants in the end.
And if I ever have a fault, maybe I over-defend at times, or try to calm down the community. But I would rather err on that side than on the bashing when we don't even know if we need to bash yet. I would definitely rather err on the other side.
And I'm editing again.
I know.
It's so easy to kind of fall into that once you get into seeing so much negativity. It's so easy to just jump in and go like, oh no, I have to correct. It's so easy to overcorrect. So I do understand why we're getting people so strongly on both sides right now.
Right.
But yeah, I do think there's a negativity culture on YouTube right now.
Yes.
That is, it's being driven by the algorithm and the YouTube culture. And I've seen some interesting studies on how YouTube recommends videos, and the more extreme your kind of viewpoint, the more you actually get recommended.
Isn't that a shame? It's really a shame. Maybe that's why my videos aren't getting recommended.
I don't know, but my pregnant lady went somewhere. I've been trying to move her for hours.
You got to quit playing Fallout. We're doing a business here.
I've been trying to move her and that dog for hours.
You're missing
anywhere.
questions.
No, all that just popped up.
A lot of my dislike has more to do with how Bethesda handled the marketing. I have a thought on that, and I do understand where you're coming from. But to say that Bethesda was sneaky, you have to know what Bethesda was thinking, and we don't know that. You have to say that they had intent. How did I need
They
to
were
word it?
intentionally
misleading us, and we don't know that. We do know that maybe they didn't say. Maybe they didn't clarify. Or maybe it didn't turn out exactly how they said it was going to turn out. But to say that they knew from the start and they just did this to sell more, I mean, that's saying we know exactly what their intentions were, and their intentions were bad. Nobody knows that for sure, and I sure hope that's not what it is.
Well, it really seems to me like they were a little overexcited at what they were doing. I agree that the marketing for this game has been a little bit terrible, because if you're trying something that's radically new, I kind of disagree with the weird surprise strategy they used with that long kind of unannounced live stream they did, and those things that just got, like, you're letting people imagine what the product's going to be, and then they're forming certain expectations. But when your product is so radically different from anything you've done before, the expectations that people have are obviously not going to be what's actually coming out. But I think they were just really excited about what they did, and they wanted to announce it in a fun way. And then they didn't really think through, what that would make people expect and how much people would dislike not getting the thing they imagined.
Right, exactly. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, what they imagined, exactly.
I think you're exactly right.
Okay, but here's another thing I don't understand. Even if everybody wasn't getting to play this thing early, everybody would have still bought it early, so they could have been guaranteed a copy and not had to wait at the store for their copy to pick up. So why the fuss?
Well, the one the one argument that I hear that I think I understand is some people are saying they wouldn't have pre-ordered the Xbox if they would have known that they would have only gotten to play the beta this small little amount. They would have gotten it on PC or whatever. Like somebody like me that YouTubes that has it on PC, that they bought it on Xbox too, that they wouldn't have spent that.
Is PC going to get to play it more than Xbox?
No. See, it was marketed as Xbox was going to get to play it a week early. And what it's boiled down to is, yes, it did get to play a week early, but it only got to play once a week early. And it was only for 4 hours. And then 3 days later, it got to play for 2 hours.
I still don't understand it. I see droves of people standing outside the Apple store for a new iPhone at midnight and 10 the day before.
But that's not,
I don't know.
That's not getting to play for a week early. That's getting to play for 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. Let's see. Danny Ray says, I'm in Walmart right now. Can't play. My sound loud. I hope y'all are still live when I get home. We'll try, Dan.
Make it a fast Walmart trip.
Too many whiny selfie grouches. I agree. Manos, I was watching an ESO video about issues he had with the game. He found a shotgun and was disappointed it needed level 15 to use. How do y'all feel about leveled gear? I actually understand it in a multiplayer game. What do you think about the leveled gear? I haven't played many multiplayer games, but so the leveled gear is a new thing to me. But I think I understand it when it comes to Fallout 76. But I'm gonna defer to your opinion. What do you think about the leveled gear?
Like he's in the microphone right there.
Oh.
That
was to you, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure. I haven't gotten a chance to try the leveled gear out, obviously. I really like the idea that the leveled gear changes. Because if you look at some of the Let's Play things and people, the gear that you pick up has at the very least different levels of condition. Some of them can be repaired more than others. And while I haven't seen this exactly, I think it actually can change the amount of damage and things that they do based on the level as well. And I really like that because one of my main complaints with Fallout 4 was kind of the lack of variation in equipment. Because you could go out in Fallout 4 and you could get, the minute you get a plasma rifle, that's it. You never have to loot another plasma rifle for the entire game because they are all identical. So with this system, you get that shotgun, and you get to level 15, and you can use the shotgun, and then later you might find a shotgun with better stats, and then you have a particular reason to actually grab a new shotgun instead of you have your shotgun now, and it is your shotgun that you use for the rest of the game, and it never ever changes, and it just kind of lessens your excitement at finding stuff, because if you find a new shotgun and you already have a shotgun, then you have no particular reason to expect it to be any different. It's not exciting anymore.
Absolutely, I do understand that. I understand the reason why they have to do the leveling in the multiplayer games. They have to do it for balance. I don't know any other way. Is there any other way they can do it in a multiplayer game to try to keep the balance?
The multiplayer thing was a little weird. I remember early on in a development documentary for Fallout 3, they were talking about having ammunition let you give players powerful weapons early on. And I was a little bit surprised to see the leveled gear with that, because traditionally in the other Fallout games, they've controlled kind of the level of weapons that you have using ammunition. Like you can immediately go out in Fallout 4 and go to the right location and like find a super powerful plasma rifle. But throughout the game, you're usually only going to find 6 or 7 shots for the thing until you get to level 40 or so.
Right.
So I was a little bit surprised they aren't controlling it more with kind of ammunition and other things like that than just giving it a straight level requirement. But I think it fulfills kind of the same basic purpose.
Right.
Arnie said they're okay with the leveled gear. You can still find items at lower levels that aren't as good, and then you can always scrap those to get upgrade blueprints for later levels. The game itself I'm still excited for, but if Bethesda does another game like this, they need to pay at least some attention to their own forum.
Mano says it's strangely like Diablo 3. And yes, I do. I do have my link on Twitter. I will look at that later. Thank you for that, by the way. Yeah, all this multiplayer stuff is new for me since this is actually the first multiplayer game I've ever really played. So I'm a single player only kind of guy. I've always been I'm the Skyrims and Oblivions and Morrowinds, and that's my kind of stuff. But I'm learning.
So am I, but this is the first one that I got really excited for.
Yeah.
Because I love the idea that they're going for. If they can, and I hope they can balance it well enough to do a single player game where you can run into other people. And I like the idea of playing with friends, but I usually don't have that many friends who game extensively. So I just love the idea of having these kind of naturally convergent playing styles where you'll play by yourself for a while and then you'll randomly meet up with another person and team up and do a couple things together. You'll fight a really hard enemy that brings a lot of people together, and then you all go off and do your own different things.
I do too. And I have actually always talked to my son about wanting to play either Skyrim or a Fallout together. And then
for years, y'all, years.
Yeah. And of course, since I've started
because we're old.
Since I've started the YouTube channel, talking to people on here about being able to play a Fallout together, it's a dream come true. And of course, that's kind of funny. You hear people have been talking about wanting to play a Fallout together, and then when people learned that it was a multiplayer, then they started griping. So
Ever tried Elder Scrolls Online?
Yes, I have. I actually started playing it the day it came out. I had it. I pre-ordered that thing. Yes. And
you did.
It's okay. Now it is a true MMO. It's a lot different than Fallout 76. The thing I like better about Fallout 76 than ESO, you are definitely going to run into people. And what I mean by that, when you go into ESO, there's going to be people everywhere. What I like about Fallout 76 is you're going to see some other people, but as Chris Meyer said, he wants it to be not a normal thing to see other players. And I really like that about Fallout 76. Unless you're just right on the main storyline. If you're just out exploring the world, it's not supposed to be a normal thing to run into other players. So that's a great thing about Fallout 76. Because if you're playing Fallout, you shouldn't be running into a bunch of people.
Mano said someone on Discord found a way to grief people, set off a bunch of mines underneath cars as people pass by. Do you think the car explosion might kill players, or will it also be considered a slap?
I don't think it'd be considered a slap. It'd probably be just like a trip mine.
So kind of the question with that is, do we know how much grenades are affected by the slap system? Like if you throw a grenade at someone, does it still, I imagine it still does the reduced damage and counts as a slap. So if you're taking any damage from the mines, like the car would probably do extra damage to you, but the mine explosion would probably count as a slap.
Correct.
I bet it's Chaldean, not Chaldean. Because I say Chaldean and I'm close.
That's why I'm not even pronouncing it.
got wiped out by a car bomb today. I wouldn't have told anybody. Griefers like life in Jurassic Park. Always find a way. I got it perfect. So not Southern. Okay. Called in. Got it.
Sony says he's always wanted to co-op. It's a dream come true. Let's see.
A car explosion should do full damage. That's an interesting tactic. Jeremy has more than 1,500 hours in Elder Scrolls Online.
So back to your YouTube channel for a minute. You talked about Fallout 76. What are your plans for Fallout 76 on your YouTube channel?
So mainly I'm planning on I'm going to start out just doing a lot of kind of LP, like Let's Play stuff. Because I honestly think that this game is so streamer heavy and streamer focused. Yes. I feel like I'd just like to do some more relaxed content and go through. I've got a mic ready. I've got a secondary microphone that I'm going to hook up to my PlayStation, so I'll be able to do like random interactions with people. I was just kind of thinking about it, and while I plan on doing more of a Let's Play style through the game, kind of similar to what I've been doing with Fallout 4. And probably some building tutorials or things, because I just cannot get enough of building in Fallout 4. So the camp system I'm really excited for. But I was just thinking, like, the thing that makes Fallout 76 a unique game is that there's other people there. So I'm hoping to just actually get to have some actual interactions with people, not just like running up and doing a few fighting things together, but if you could actually like talk to people while you're being able to play, obviously understanding that they'd be on a YouTube show, but if you could actually just talk to people and get to know the kinds of people that are playing, that sounds like a much more interesting thing, since that's really the main thing that's going to make this game special as compared to all of the other Fallout content. Absolutely.
Well, I know that's exciting. Because you could do what you've been doing with Fallout 4, but there's even a more aspect to it there. So I know that's exciting for you. Well, I'm like you with Fallout 4. I love the building mechanic. I know some didn't, but I loved it. And so, yes, I'm excited about that too in 76. And believe it or not, I've not even tried that yet in Fallout 76.
What haven't you tried?
The camp system. I have not even tried it yet.
I don't even know what the camp system is, because we all know what? Queen's not a gamer.
That's the building. The building your camps and stuff.
I would play my Fallout Shelter, but I can't play right now.
Again, I will say this several times through the podcast, but y'all go and check out, and I can never pronounce his name. That's why I don't pronounce your name again. I'm sorry.
I'm going to listen because he won't.
It's Gepwin.
Gepwin. Okay, I'm going to do it from now on. Gepwin.
Do you want me to put a sticky note up there?
Gepwin. Y'all go check out his YouTube channel. He does Fallout 4 content right now, and he's going to do Fallout 76 content. So y'all go check out his channel. And y'all are hearing him right now. He's very knowledgeable about Fallout, and I know you'll love his stuff.
Y'all want to know something funny about your KingFanMan over here? He doesn't do well with names.
I'm terrible with names.
He's horrible with names.
I am the same way.
When he used to go to a new church to fill in and preach, I would have to make him little arrows pointing to, like, okay, here's the pulpit. Here's these pews, and here's this person and this person and this person. So he would kind of know who was where, because he could never remember names.
I'm terrible with names.
It's pretty funny.
And I don't have a great memory either. So
now he tells me.
Sim Settlements was awesome for building in Fallout 4. That was a neat mod. I enjoyed that mod, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Sim Settlements. Woo, that takes us back. Our oldest was young.
Yeah, the updates, I can't wait to see what content they've got coming for this game.
Jack, go ahead.
It's going to be really interesting with the updates, because they could change it so much, but like people were talking about like the car bomb thing and the griefing. Everyone's getting really nitpicky onto how this stuff is going to work, which is good because it'll let the dev team know what to look at. But like every week they're going to be updating the thing. Like if car bombs become a problem, they're going to do something to patch that out. If people start disliking things, people are going to patch that out. I'm blanking on the game right now, but I remember there was another kind of MMO game a few years ago that people just kind of hated full out. They felt like they didn't do it very well. And they did this one like update a couple of years later that changed basically the entire system. It was basically an entirely new game at that point, and people loved it. So, you know, any kind of concerns and things that we have now, since this is a game that's going to be constantly updated, you know, if everyone really speaks out and goes like, we hate that there's no human NPCs in this game, maybe next year all the vaults open up and like they suddenly spawn in new towns. Like somebody was talking about like getting a new town that has people in it, but there's no reason you need to do that. They could just populate the entire game map. They could change the entire thing if they wanted to. And I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. It's going to keep the game fresh and interesting.
Absolutely. Well, we've already been told by some people at Bethesda that companions are going to be a thing in the future. And I believe human NPCs will be a thing in the future as well. Now, that has not been said, but I believe it will be a thing as well.
Yeah, I know they teased dogs as animal companions.
Yep.
I have some high hopes for... I just want a bird character. I'm a crazy bird person. They have the parrots in Fallout Shelter. I just want to have a bird or maybe like a trained falcon companion in Fallout 76.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Be just my favorite.
Do you have a bird in real life?
No, I live in an apartment in Brooklyn, so it would be irresponsible of me to have a bird that needs that much space. So.
Somebody was asking about if a camp does a murder.
If they get killed by your camp.
From what I understand and what I've seen by the camp, a camp will not attack somebody unless they attack the camp. So someone actually has to shoot at the camp before the camp will actually shoot back at them. So a camp cannot murder someone.
Though I wonder, like, I don't know how much control you have over that. Because I was kind of wondering, if you're in your camp and you have a turret set up and someone shoots you, will it automatically fire back and then you're in full combat?
If someone shoots at your camp, your camp will shoot back, even if you're not there, as far as I know.
Yeah, I just kind of wonder, like, so if you're building something in your camp, let's say you're working on a workbench and someone comes up and shoots you and your turret activates and shoots them, does that then mean that you are technically in combat and they start doing full damage to you?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think any of us really know, but that's an interesting question.
Jack walked past somebody's settlement with turrets and they didn't attack.
Yeah, no, they won't unless they attack them first.
If you're away from your camp and someone attacks it, does the game let you know your camp is under attack?
Let's see. My turret engaged the guys that attacked us when I returned fire. So did Paul's when he did. Yeah, that's what I was actually talking about. That's what I was noticing. I was watching the turrets engage the guys that attacked. As soon as they attacked, the turrets attacked back. What was the question? Oh, yeah.
If you're away from your camp and someone attacks it, does the game let you know that your camp is under attack?
Does the game let you know if your camp is under attack? That's a very good question.
Did anybody find out?
I bet they know, because they've had a camp for a while.
Who, Fascist?
No.
Astaroth? Call. You can, okay, call Den.
Call Den.
Call. Don't spot a notification. I'll ask Paul when you speak to him tomorrow.
Okay.
Awesome. We may have to experiment with these ideas to confirm or eliminate the theories. Yeah, that's exactly right. Just call me, Paul.
I did see someone got kind of an update when their workshop was being attacked. I don't know if that was another player or if that was a game event, But like the player workshops that exist and you have to take over, I think, can give you some notifications, and they have some quest lines attached to them. So I would imagine there'd be something similar for camps, but I haven't really seen very many people using the camp system much, since they've only got, a couple hours and building can take all day.
Okay.
What did the beta have?
Interesting. Can you tell us about you piqued my interest. It's off of Fallout 76 for a minute, but you talked about having a sci-fi podcast. Can you tell us about the sci-fi podcast you do for a minute?
Oh, yeah. So that's called Watchers of Tomorrow. It's on all the podcast places. My friend and I wanted to do critique of science fiction because there's a lot of review shows around, but we wanted to actually go in and kind of say, what is this saying about the world? What can we infer from what the creators of this, show or movie or whatever we're doing? We get into a lot of kind of psychology and philosophy at the end of the show, but we do a recap in every episode. Currently, we're going through the original series of Star Trek, and we've sprinkled in a couple movies in there so we don't get bored. We do a recap so you can follow along without having to have watched it.
I can't wait to watch that.
Neat.
That's going to be awesome. Jack said they took over the Poseidon energy plant and got notifications quests saying that it was being attacked.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I saw that in the live stream thing, though it was unclear whether that was a player or I know that robots and things will come in and attack your workshops when you take them over like that. So it could have been an in-game event.
Yeah, we took over a workshop and we didn't even get it working yet, and had spawns of enemies coming at us.
Did y'all ever find the bench you were looking for?
No, we didn't even get it working yet.
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep?
I did. Y'all see me doing this. My TMJ is
I agree.
Jacked up right now, and so I have this migraine, so I took migraine meds, and I took a mini nap, like a 15-minute nap. So I didn't know if I missed finding the workbenches or not.
You slept through Fallout 76? How could you?
Just for a second.
How could you?
Because I drove to Georgia and back.
Yeah, go to sleep.
Don't live
through a migraine.
Yeah, I drove to Georgia and back in the last 48 hours. So,
we had a very good trip, by the way.
It was pretty awesome.
Very quick, we should give everybody an update because most everybody knew what we did. We drove from here to Columbus, Georgia, and I need to say,
in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
I need to say, one of my wonderful subscribers was going to meet us and show us around, and we did not have time to meet him, and I'm so sorry, but thank you so much.
We were so excited too.
Yes, thank you so much for the offer.
And we really didn't even get to see anything because we got a phone call right when we were leaving that we needed to get back. So we kind of flew back.
We got to see Fort Benning, Georgia. A little bit of
it. We did. Wolfman was here in school, and I think he's into the Army stuff.
Yep.
And so he wanted a Fort Benning patch. So we did stop at Fort Benning to find him a patch.
But Miss Queen got to be she was the keynote speaker at the Easter Seals.
Hey, I can put that on a resume now.
Yeah. She was the what was the event?
Easter Seals of West Georgia. It was basically a parent night out. If you're a parent in general, you see parents all the time saying, I need some me time. Sorry if that offends you, but when you have children, me time goes out the window until they leave home. So if you don't, if you want me time, don't have children. It's just my mouthy opinion, but anyway.
You don't have mouthy opinion.
When you're a special needs parent, it can be very isolating. Friends don't a lot of times want a lot to do with you or anything else. And so this is a night that the Easter Seals family actually takes care of their children that night so that they can come together with parents who know what they're going through and just kind of step away from it all. You know, like if you've had a loved one in the hospital and you need to just step away for a couple of hours and take a down minute, that's what it does.
The Mad No Matter is at the Greenbrier Hotel right now. He is.
Oh, like you're staying there?
Yes, he lives in West Virginia, and
so cool.
He is at the Greenbrier right now, and he says his room is right above the vault bunker.
Hey, so I didn't discuss this with KingFanMan, so he's going to be really nervous about now. But we're going to do something. Yeah. Tuesday, we are doing a teal out day in honor of Spina Bifida month, which is October. Most people think of October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Disability Awareness Month. It's Spina Bifida Awareness Month. It's
Our daughter has Spina Bifida.
Our daughter has Spina Bifida. So Tuesday, we are doing a teal out day. So I will make sure King puts something up on Twitter. And if you post a picture of you wearing teal that day, on that comment, tweeting to it, I guess you tweet to that, whatever you do, we'll draw for a winner for something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we will. So do it. Teal Out Tuesday. There you go. Threw that in. Had nothing to do with gaming.
I'm going to have to find some teal clothes now.
I know, right?
Very good.
But I wanted to say, you know, Queen, like, I think it got glossed over in all the game excitement talk. But I just wanted to say, you did say something really important, that if you are taking care of other people, it's very, very important to look after your own mental health. And I think I agree with that. And I just didn't want it to get lost in there. Because I've tried to be a mental health advocate as much as I can. I'm not a professional, but it's something I've always been super interested in. And there's never anything wrong with knowing you have limitations and needing to work on yourself.
You know, and there's not, and I'll tell you what, you don't have to be a mental health expert or a disability expert or whatever to reach out and try to help someone. And I think the biggest thing we can do for all of those areas is just start talking about them. There's nothing wrong with needing a mental health break. There's nothing wrong with saying I'm overwhelmed and I need to talk to somebody. By all means, don't be in that place and not talk to someone, because you are totally, your life has value and the world would not be the same without you. So yeah, mental health matters big time.
Is the lighthouse close to the Greenbrier? He said the lighthouse was closed this morning, but did an outside video. I didn't know it was that close to the Greenbrier.
He's making mental notes of where we have to go on.
Hopefully, we're going to actually try to go.
Is it snowing in West Virginia, though, during our spring break? Because, like, we don't drive in snow.
No, it's not going to be snowing in West Virginia.
We're from Arkansas.
We're going to try to go to West Virginia this spring.
An inch of snow shuts down the state.
Let's see. Isn't it a bit strange? Fallout is never labeled as sci-fi, only post-apocalyptic. That's true, and it's really sci-fi. It's, as Todd Howard said, you can do anything in Fallout.
Yeah, I think the post-apocalyptic genre gets kind of overshadows all of the things that's so popular now. But yeah, you do have the science fiction post-apocalyptic, which is distinct from your modern post-apocalyptic and zombie post-apocalyptic. And they do so many interesting things with the Fallout universe and the way that they structure kind of the pre-war America versus the post-war America and all of the undertones. I mean, all of Fallout 4 is basically just a remake of old communist paranoia from the 50s with the Institute and synths taking over people. I mean, you kind of have it's almost like a remake of Body Snatchers and you know, Pod People. So I'm getting off on my sci-fi tangents. But interestingly, though, speaking of the Star Trek stuff, the Star Trek episode "What Are Little Girls Made Of" almost exactly the plot of Fallout 4. There's a guy making humanoid androids that he's planning to replace people in the population with to start taking over the universe.
Neat.
So cool. Hey, Chaldean said
retro sci-fi. Yeah.
something about a dress code.
Do you think Starfield will have any references to Star Trek?
That's coming from James, I bet, because James, you need to go sub to his channel if you hadn't yet. James absolutely
loves Star Trek.
I love Star Trek too. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
I'd be honestly shocked if any science fiction thing didn't have a reference to Star Trek at this point. It's been on the air for 50 years.
Yes.
I don't think there has been a science fiction thing, or even like, I can't think of very many video games in general that don't have Star Trek references. I'd be surprised if there wasn't one in Red Dead.
Yeah. Zonder, I actually want to play Starfield. I may fight the guys over playing Starfield because in my mind, it's going to be like Star Trek. And I'm excited about that because I love Star Trek. Sorry.
No, now I get to tell what we did on the way home from Georgia.
No, wah.
What do you mean, wah?
Wah, we drove.
We
didn't die.
We got to go to Elvis Presley's birthplace.
Oof! Had to throw that in there for y'all. I haven't said oof in a while.
I'm a huge Elvis Presley fan, so we got to go to Tupelo, Mississippi, where Elvis was born.
That was pretty cool. It was cold. Cold front came in.
A Fallout Star Trek crossover. Get a mutation that
Vault Girl
gives you a final front ear.
Vault Girl just put the link to his channel in the comments again. So you guys go sub to that, please.
Yes, there is Gepwin. See, I said it right?
You did it.
Yep.
Yes, you did.
There is his channel right there. Y'all go find his channel and subscribe to him.
Really, Captain?
Yes, the king visited the king.
That is so awesome.
Hey, look, the king visited the king.
The king did visit the king, and we got the coolest picture of the king between little Elvis King and grown Elvis King, and it's one of my favorites. Captain, you need to send me like a friend request or follow me on Twitter or something. That's cool. I'd love to talk to you.
Oh, you've been counseling spinal cord injuries?
That's neat. That's awesome. Great job.
Mad, no matter how long are you going to be at the Greenbrier for? We're all over the place tonight.
We are all over the place, but it's all good.
That's why, Gepwin, that's why we love the KingCast. We wind up talking about everything. It's just, we just talk to the community.
Zoner, you need to send that to me, and I'll see what I can do to make one.
A Fallout Elvis shirt. That would... A hunk of fallen nukes. I like it.
If I had my phone, I would take a screenshot, but I don't. So, yeah, send it to me in a message on Twitter.
Well, I've always wanted a Elvis Vault Boy.
I'm just not sure that I'm that good, but I'll try.
You know, with sideburns and.
I'm not too sure of myself with this, but I'll try it.
That doesn't sound like it'd be too bad. I'd be kind of surprised if we didn't get some kind of Elvis references in the costumes. I'd expect it to be something you could buy from the store with how popular the Kings were from New Vegas.
You know, I did a video of the Elvis Easter eggs in Fallout, and there's more than you think there are. There's Elvis Easter eggs in every Fallout. They're in Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4. There's Elvis Easter eggs in every one of them.
Are you on Facebook, Zonder? I'm not on Discord. Or you can send it to him. That's fine. Send it to him. He can send it to me.
In Fallout 4, there's a tattoo that looks like Elvis. It's got the hair and the sideburns. And there's also a magazine that's got a Protectron that's in front of a microphone. It's got a turned up collar, and it's basically an Elvis Protectron. It's pretty
well, I think the pompadours are still going to be in the game, so you should just make an Elvis character.
Yeah.
And then get yourself a guitar.
Yeah.
Right?
I should.
You know what he wants? He wants the big jumpsuit that has the wings, you know, that you spread your arms out and it's got the wing under it, like, oh.
The cape.
The cape.
The cape.
The wings, cape, whatever. Yeah, Cal was call. It's called because it's like cell phone call. Called in, but my country self says Chaldean. So in the South, it's Chaldean, and where he is, it's really Chaldean. Yeah, he was telling us about his little mishap today. Yikes.
I'm not much for the cosmetic things, but I'd like an Elvis costume. Yep. See?
No help. I have to deal with him in real life.
Well,
you guys just get to type behind the screen.
See, I've got my black leather jacket and my King's patch. I'm just waiting to get it sewn on. I got my King's patch for my black leather jacket, and my queen won't put it on.
I'm not going on a date with you with that. I'm not.
Oh, but that'd be cool.
We don't really go on dates anyway, though, so I guess it's okay.
There you go. If you make it to the Greenbrier, just heads up. If you don't do Velvet and Self Park, you may have to walk a huge distance. Parking is horrible.
Oh, we're back to real life. I was like, where was that?
Queen, what is your Twitter? She is Mississippi Queen, I think.
I am. And it says, like, by my name, it says at Mississippi Q. So I don't know if maybe that's
Mississippi Q?
Maybe it's Mississippi Q, but it's Mississippi Queen. I don't know. I comment on some of his stuff usually, so you can find me on there.
And she's pretty easy to find if you follow King. I've seen her pop up on my Twitter a lot.
There I am. I don't know how to work Twitter, so I do crazy things like tweet Pete Hines on accident. You know, I don't know.
I've seen James is asking about aliens a couple times.
Does anyone think Zedans from Fallout 3 are those aliens? Will be in Fallout 76?
I absolutely do. What do you think?
They've been in every Fallout game.
Yeah.
So, or at least a reference to them. So I fully expect they will. We know that the Flatwoods monster, that little floaty alien, is definitely in the game.
Yes.
As kind of an ambient thing hanging around. I don't think that the Zetans are going to be in the game to start. I think they're going to be something that they add in later, probably as one of their little weekly update things. And I imagine that there's probably going to be some sort of UFO landing event.
Oh, cool.
This is my guess, but I'm gonna bet that they're either going to have a crash or they're going to land and have a group of them that everyone needs to take on, and then they will be able to get like alien weapons and costumes.
Cole is giving away what I was about to say. If you remember in Fallout 3, we learned that the Vault 76 inspector, the guy that actually inspected when Vault 76 was completed, he got abducted by Mothership Zeta. I don't know if you remembered that, but he was actually taken up into Mothership Zeta.
Yeah, and that's a good point since 76 is a prequel. Yeah. I don't get too heavy into the lore stuff, but being a prequel and being that they did abduct someone from that area, the mothership is in orbit while you're playing 76. So it's fully expectable that the Zetans could just be landing all over the place and doing their little overhead runs, or even just like in Fallout 3, they had the one ship just fly over and explode and drop a gun. So that could even be something that simple.
Yep. I love your idea about having an event of a landing. That is neat.
Hey, Gepwin, are you going to E3 this year?
No, not this year. I don't know how famous I feel I need to be before it gets worth it for me to go to these conventions. Though being in New York, I am eventually going to get to the Comic-Con out here one of these years.
That'll be fun. Well, they're going this year because our son is graduating high school, and he has, 4 or 5 of them that are gaming guys. They have game nights at each other's houses, and they have for years. And so that's what they want to do for their senior trip is actually go to E3. So
Oh, that'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
That would have been my dream high school graduation party.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. And they're going to take dear old dad with them. And then he's coming back and taking me, he says, to the beach in his Jeep.
I did?
Not you, your son. He says he's going to drive me to the beach in his Jeep.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I know, right? Snob.
You got to be careful with that bad memory. It's like, yeah, you said you're going to take me to the beach and buy me a diamond necklace.
I know. She
Don't
could
you
say
remember?
anything and I'd go, oh, really?
He's lucky I am not a glitz and glam kind of girl. He used to tell me I was a cheap date. Like Wendy's was perfect for me.
Mhm.
Yay! I'm glad you found me. I had a lot of like Gimpy the Gamer that cracked me up. That's an awesome name.
James, I thought it was going to be 2019, but now with what Pete Hines is saying, I'm more of a 2020,
Get a journal.
21
Y'all
kind of
don't
guy.
help him. Be on my side.
I'm thinking Starfield's going to be later than it was. Pete Hines, unless he's just blowing smoke, he's really saying that Starfield's further off than we thought it was.
I don't think he's a smoke blower.
Oh yeah, because they said Fallout 4 wasn't coming right before it came out.
Well,
Do you remember when they said Fallout 4 wasn't coming? I mean, it was like a month before they announced it.
well, because it wasn't coming, it was here.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. You get some weird stuff between like the game developers and the marketing departments, because the marketing person will lie to your face if you ask them the game is coming out soon because they need to avoid leaks.
That's what they get paid to do.
Yeah. The Mad No Matter says he used to tell people I took my wife on dates to Long John Silver's and we get a box of Crunchies and water.
So he knows where I'm going with that. Before we dated, I was actually dating his roommate at the time. We were at Captain D's after church one Sunday, and those little crunchy, crispy things are the best. That's the best part of going, man. And I wanted a piece of, was it Oreo cake, Oreo pie or something?
That brownie thing.
And that snot I was there with wouldn't go buy it for, not that he's a snot in real life, just he was a snot
Your
that
date
day.
wouldn't.
My date would not.
But
buy
guess
me
who
that.
bought her? Yeah.
He did. And then he went shopping with me for hours. And then we said, we're so glad we can just be friends and don't have to worry about all that relationships junk. Yeah, that led to 7 years later, and oh well.
Marriage and 3 kids.
Marriage, 3 children. Here we are.
And podcasts.
And podcasts. And random trips to other states.
Yeah.
See, the crunchies are the best. I don't even think we have a Captain D's around here, do we?
No.
We may have to get some this week.
I don't even know if they exist anymore.
They do in North Little Rock. They have it. It's still, yeah, that one's still there.
Okay.
Okay, back to gaming. Sorry.
See, I'm
Squirrel.
a gentleman. It's said on the internet, so it's true. It's got to be true.
That's because I don't tell the dirt on here.
And Jack said it, so it's got to be.
Jack
true.
said it, so it's got to be. He's pretty awesome, you guys. We are super blessed.
I do have the game on Fallout 76 on PC. That's what I'm gonna be playing it mostly on. I'm gonna be playing it on Xbox and PC.
We lost chat again.
Yeah, it comes and goes.
There it goes. Oh, his video. Well, you should watch all of his videos. There's tons of positive ones.
Jonathan, I will be playing on PC. That'll be my main way I play it.
I saw you two are, and then the screen went. We're a cute couple.
Thank you.
We've worked hard to be this cute. You see the love? We want you to see the love, not the other side.
And James was listening to Elvis. See,
way to go!
We're having some good influence on people.
I don't know about that. Y'all, I listened.
Y'all, we don't have to tell them we're in Arkansas. They can hear it. Did you say you're from New York?
I'm not from New York. I'm originally from Arizona, and I moved to New York a few years ago.
I was about to say our accent's probably killing you.
No, he doesn't have a New York accent. I can hear Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, we're Arizona, and we have the quintessential blank American accent that you need for TV, apparently.
Yeah. Well, see, we have the accent that when we go to Disney in California, people go, "Are you from Arkansas?" And we go, "Yeah, we are. How could you tell?"
Yeah.
I picked up y'all from my family who came from Texas. So
Yep.
Yeah, people ask, "Are we from Texas?" a lot.
Yeah, y'all.
Bye. Thanks for stopping by and telling us about the Greenbrier. Share some pictures. We want to see them.
Oh, bye, Mad No Matter.
I'm jealous.
I'm kind of jealous too. I want to go there. Can we go stay in a haunted room there?
I don't know if it's haunted. Oh yeah, it is haunted. Dawn did a video about it. Yeah. Anyway, who was talking about?
He liked Alabama. It was awesome. He goes, "This is nice."
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was pretty.
I'm gonna get him back to Mississippi, to my roots.
Mississippi. Oh, Mississippi. I like giving Mississippi a hard time. Let's see. I worked on a site in Kentucky for a year and 1 month and started to talk that way. You know what?
That's why he's saying it, Cole. He's trying to get us.
I'll tell you about Kentucky. That is a beautiful state, though. Kentucky is a gorgeous state.
We all sound the same to you, Manos. That's hilarious. We have a friend. One of our best friends is Mexican, and we laugh at the way the accents all sound to us, to each other.
Big T lives 45 minutes from Montgomery. We just went through Montgomery.
He used to live. He doesn't live now. He's up north.
Used to live. Okay.
He's up north. Remember in the New England states?
That's right. Okay.
See, he doesn't remember stuff.
I forgot.
It's gorgeous.
What?
Gorgeous, I tell you. Gorgeous.
Are we talking about Fallout?
We're talking about the South, baby.
Okay. Where it snows. That's right. Okay, that's right.
I don't like to be cold. I don't know how you guys survive.
Before we get off here, because we're just rambling now, I do want to hear from those that did play the beta tonight. Let me know what you thought before we get off, because y'all have heard a little bit of my experience. I want to hear from yours. Pardon me, I'm not talking good. Sadly, my own experience so far with the U.S. is Georgia and Maryland, I guess. Hoping to see every state when I can.
He's trying to figure out if that's Maryland or Massachusetts.
I guess it's Maryland. Is it? M.A.?
I don't remember.
Well, what are you laughing at me for then?
Because I was just going to ignore it. I think it's Massachusetts.
I think MA is Massachusetts.
Yeah, I think it's Mass.
Well, at least y'all are saying think, because I don't know. Massachusetts.
Come on down, Cal. We'll be here.
My mom and dad
Layers. I can't do it. I can't get that cold.
They were stationed in
James. I know, because you're in Florida. So jealous. It is Mass. Ah. No.
Oh, that's really interesting.
I think Maine is MI, isn't it?
ME, they're saying.
Oh, okay.
I can't even remember half the states.
Yeah, you're up there by them. You're right there.
Well, we're of the age that we can still remember when they changed to this new system of the 2-letter thing.
Yeah, what's wrong with just spelling out the state, man?
Well, no, it used to be
M-I, cricket letter I, cricket letter I, humpback I.
But it used to be 3 letters. Remember the 3-letter abbreviation?
How do you remember stuff like that and you can't remember we're going to Georgia?
Arkansas used to be ARK. That was easier, because now AR, everybody thinks that's Arizona. No, Arizona's AZ. But
you're right. That is Michigan. I should know. I was just there.
We're not talking about Fallout again.
I know. Back to Fallout. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to shut up so y'all can follow.
we talk about the game a lot more when Queen's not on the podcast, but we have a lot of fun when Queen's on here.
I'm gonna
make it interesting.
Step away for a minute.
No, you sit down.
Y'all just talk.
Is there anything else you want to talk about that we hadn't talked about tonight, sir?
Probably the game.
I have enjoyed having you on, but I know we've rambled a lot.
Oh, that's fine. I didn't have an agenda. It's fine. I'm not going to get to play the beta till next week, so I've been enjoying just rambling along. So I did see. So the one thing that I'm very excited for in the beta, I saw somebody found where to get the black powder pistols.
Oh,
and
neat.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone, because I think it'll be fun to stumble on, but there was sort of a Civil War related quest that the guy was doing.
Ooh,
that
that's cool.
involves the black powder pistols, and that was just very, very fun looking.
Wolfman will love that.
Can I ask a question? You just say yes or no. Is it in Harper's Ferry?
He said he didn't want to spoil it.
I'm not sure. It was up north. It was near that big alligator thing.
I just want to say yes or no. I bet
He truly doesn't listen.
I bet it's in Harper's Ferry. That's all it is.
No spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers.
I didn't see what area it was in. It was in its own. I know it was in its own little area.
The reason
I personally don't mind the spoilers, but I know I want to respect other people.
Absolutely. No, the reason I say, because in my video, The Scary Places of Harper's Ferry, that was actually the place where the armory and arsenal was during the Civil War and before.
Big T thinks it's Grafton.
Well, what's up next? Like, I don't know the geography as well. It was in the north side of the map, near kind of the big water tower looking thing and the alligator.
Okay. Yeah, I've had some people say, I know where some power armor is, and I just I don't care.
Yeah, when he doesn't care. Listen, he's like, I don't care. That is a lie, because last week Drake was talking about he got power armor, and this guy was like drooling, like, where's the power armor, man? I gotta play with Drake next time. Yeah.
I just can't wait to. I hoard power armor in Fallout 4.
I do too. Too.
Yeah, my entire encampment is going to just be power armors in different outfits.
I look like the what's the superhero, the Iron Man. I look like the Iron Man.
He is so funny.
I've got every color, and I've got it.
Okay. But seriously, do you guys, when you pick out your outfits and things that you're going to wear in the game, are y'all like dead serious about it, or do you just throw something on? Because Chaldean just takes stuff off, and KingFanMan has to like be insanely anal about it and just. It could take him 3 hours to get set to how he wants to look. Seriously.
I can tell you a story from when I was playing Oblivion for the first time. Because I always play female characters. I just enjoy the game better that way. And I was partway through and I found a really, really powerful set of armor that was like tons better than mine. And I look at my character and go, well, this just doesn't make me look pretty.
Yeah.
He's like, babe, do you like this or this? It's like going to the eye doctor. Which one's better, this or that?
That's how I do.
And then I go this one. Okay, well, do you like this or this? And I'm like, seriously? I can't even tell the difference.
And I don't know if it's worse. I play as a man, but I still do the same thing.
I thought you were going to say you play as...
No, I play as a man.
Worse now. Now you can have your aesthetic stuff be completely separate from your armor. So like right now, my character in Fallout 4 is wandering around in half marine combat armor, a 3-corner hat, and like little gimpy legs that give me a movement bonus. So if I could replace that with something nice and pretty, I definitely would.
Vault Girl says my character's wearing a dress from the asylum in Flatwoods.
I sent my Fallout shelter girl out today in a nightie.
Yeah.
He goes, is she in a nightie? And I was like, I don't know. That's what she had on. He was like, don't send her out in a nightie, put some clothes on her. Maybe she was going after Chaldean out there somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to have my armor matching, and yeah.
Hey, but y'all know what? He's like that in real life. It all has to match.
Yep, it does.
It all. Do y'all hear me? All, y'all. It all has to match.
Yep.
I just thought there's this health median, I think I'm bad at reading, picked up a ranger outfit and gained 5 cans of some sort of stew. I just love the idea of random meat stew. I mean, we all know what that is in Fallout if you find an unnamed meat stew.
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely.
I don't. What is it? It's gross, I'm guessing. Never mind.
Yes, it's gross.
It's Soylent Green.
It's bad. You'd have to play earlier Fallouts to know it.
But now I'm not going to be able to play Fallout because y'all won't let me play now. I want to shoot somebody.
Of course we'll let you play. What do you mean we won't let you
They're
play?
not going to let me play.
Yes, we'll let you play.
They'll let me play in a year when the news worn off.
Won't we?
There's definitely going to be a Silver Stroud outfit. I expect to see outfits for all the Untouchables, since they already put all the costume design in there.
Oh, absolutely.
Outfits are going to be such a big part of this game with the store because that's how they want to finance the thing. So
that's what
basically anything from any Fallout is going to be in this game.
Yes, I was about to say that they're going to go crazy with the Atom store. I agree 100%. Are you okay? Are you okay?
That's disgusting.
What are you talking about? Oh, did somebody tell you what it was? Okay.
I'm gonna be sick. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They told you.
Wash it down with some brain fungus soup. Oh.
Oh no! Why are iguana bits in the cookbook duck, Vault Girl? Because it is unusual, but you can get iguana meat. It's something that they eat in other countries. You should be able to make iguana on a stick.
That's true.
Because you eat what's that thing you ate?
Guinea pig.
Guinea pig. He's had guinea pig on a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I would try that. We live in a very Dominican neighborhood up here, and you can get that at our grocery store, just frozen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I have not yet tried it because I'm not sure how to cook it right, but it's one of those things that I would love to give a try. Like I love just trying food. There's no people eat this stuff all over the world. There's no reason to be grossed out by it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, guinea pig's no different than squirrel. I mean, come on, we're in Arkansas. You eat squirrel. Squirrel and dumplings. Your mom didn't ever cook squirrel and dumplings? No. It's like dark meat chicken.
Now let me say, I have no issue eating anything because I think it's here for
you
that
can barbecue
purpose.
Anything. That's right.
You can barbecue it. Yeah, no, I have no issue with it. And if I was starving, you better believe if I could get a shot on a squirrel or a guinea pig, I'd eat it.
I am going to change the name of this podcast to We Literally Talked About Everything.
You're going to have him back next week after he's played. And I'm not on meds rambling.
I'm going to call this podcast.
I'm sorry.
This podcast is the kitchen sink. This is the kitchen sink
don't
podcast.
worry about it. I'd love to come back after I've played, but please continue to ramble. It's best that you can do anything with a migraine. My migraines put me out for a day and a half.
You know, if I don't stop pretty soon, it will get worse and worse and worse. But I've learned to function through them a lot of times. They're not near as bad as they used to be. So.
I agree, Arnie. I'm not eating possum either. I see what possums do when they're alive. There ain't no way I'm eating them.
If you were starving, you would.
I don't know.
I'd eat a beetle if I was starving, but boy, it would be hard. Get irritated, let random mutations grow. Oh my gosh, Manos, I'm reading this stuff.
That is one of the perk cards.
Really?
Yeah, when you gain a mutation, no, it's not when you gain a mutation. It's a perk card that when you are irradiated and use a stem pack, beat will randomly wind up in your inventory.
Oh, wow.
Smoked salmon on a bagel with cream cheese and onions.
Smoked what? What did you say?
Smoked salmon.
Salmon?
On a bagel.
Smoked salmon. The L is silent.
On a bagel with cream cheese and onions.
My baby, y'all.
You know what?
Have you ever had salmon?
That L don't make it on.
Have you ever had salmon? It's good.
On a bagel with cream cheese and onions?
I don't know about that, but salmon's good. My daddy used to make salmon stew.
Lox.
Yeah.
You get that everywhere in New York. The lox and cream cheese.
I want to try sushi one day. I haven't tried sushi yet.
Sushi's very good. You have to go to the right place for it. There is definitely a very big difference between cheap sushi and good sushi.
Yeah, you don't want to go to a sketchy place.
Don't some people call it salmon?
Maybe weirdos. There's the L is silent. Yeah. Have you ever heard on Discovery Channel the salmon went upstream? No, the salmon.
I can't do sushi.
Sushi is not all raw fish. Some of it's you can get it cooked, and it's rice. It's not what you think it is. Gas station sushi should be avoided.
Rice. Yeah. Well, just
see, Mano says he refuses to pronounce salmon without.
It's an A.
Listen,
it's not an E.
Without the L. Why is it silent? Who came up with that? That's racist toward the L. I agree,
because that is the English American way. We have a stupid system.
You are being judgmental against the L. I agree.
If you're going to start pronouncing things the way they're spelled in English, you may as well throw the whole language out.
That's true. That is true.
Yes.
We have the dumbest language ever invented.
Our two littles are dyslexic.
I don't know who came up with the English language.
Yeah, and so trying to teach them how to spell words and things, I mean, it was just insane. And they would go,
"There is no absolute rule."
Why is that? It doesn't follow the rule. And how are you supposed to know? And I was like, forget it. Just use your phone.
James said he had gas station sushi, and yes, it should be forbidden.
James, don't ever buy gas station sushi.
Good night. Yeah, we probably.
Good night, Jensta.
We're about to go to. We've probably talked about everything you can talk about.
I can't pronounce it. Aluminium.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's aluminium.
It is not.
In other countries, it is.
It's aluminium, isn't it?
It's aluminum.
No, in America, but not when you pronounce it correctly. Aluminium.
Well, correct's a weird one. Where was it invented? Who came up with the name?
That's right.
That's stupid. Nobody invented aluminum. It's an element. But, yeah.
Who found it? How's that?
But look, I said it the right way. The way he was talking about.
Yes, in Greek, that's true. In Greek, all letters have one sound.
I used to do the Greek alphabet.
You're right.
I used to know Greek words.
You're very right, Manos.
He can pronounce the Greek. He's probably not near as well as you, though, obviously.
I only have a bachelor's degree in Greek, so.
He's 2 classes away from a master's. You're 1 class away from a master's in Greek. One. Y'all tell him to go get the master's. He's 1 class away.
I'm 1 paper away from a doctorate, so. Now he's writing Greek for you.
Yeah, I don't know what it says.
It's Greek to you?
It's Greek to me. Get that parchment, man. Get that parchment.
No.
Parchment.
I've got enough parchment. Well, guys, we have had a blast tonight.
1 class. Y'all, he's been 1 class away for...
But, okay.
He's been 1 class away for... Okay, Ripple is 14 for probably 15 years. Okay. His excuse used to be that we had Ripple and there was too much going on.
Okay, wait. What she's not telling you, and now we're talking about something else. I've already got a master's degree and a bachelor's degree already.
Okay, so you're one class away from a double master's.
Yes. But why? I've already got a master's and a bachelor's.
We're old enough now that we just don't care. No, I've not had airport sushi, and I do not plan to have airport sushi.
That's right. You don't have to speak Greek to
tell it says KingFanMan. I wondered if that's what it said, but I didn't want to sound stupido. It says KingFanMan.
Well, yeah. All you got to do is transliterate that. You don't have to translate.
Well, I didn't see you transliterating or translating. You just like went over.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't care.
You don't care. Okay. Well, we have had a blast, and we're going to go now.
Please have him back. So
we will. We will
up
definitely have you back, but we want to have you back after you played the game. Can we do that?
Well, yeah, I'll be if all goes well, I'll be playing it on Tuesday. So.
Well, maybe in a couple of weeks after you've had time to let it sink in a little bit, we would love to have you back on the KingCast.
Oh, thanks. I would love to be back. This has been great fun.
Well, we have had a blast too. Sorry we talked about anything and everything, but we get to doing that sometimes, especially when
it's fine.
Miss
Stop
Queen
worrying
is
about
here.
it. It's why people like you.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we have enjoyed it. If y'all have any questions, y'all leave them down in the comments. I'll check the comments later. And, you know, I'll talk to y'all later on. But thank y'all for coming on here. Be sure to like the video if you haven't. And
wear teal on Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely. I know how to spell it.
Hold on.
Gepwin.
Hold on. I lost it.
Gepwin.
She's going to put it back in the... See, Gepwin right there. Look, I saved it just so.
Gepwin.
And it looks like that.
Y'all go check out
that top one.
Go check out his channel and go subscribe to him. If you like Fallout 4 and you're going to want to see some Fallout 76 streams, y'all go check him out.
And I can't wait to watch it with Ripple.
I know it.
She is going to love that. She's going to be all over it.
We will see her. Thanks again, Gepwin, for being on.
Good night, guys.
Night, everybody.
Bye, guys.